What's up, guys? X on the NFL. Have we recorded since the new year? I think we have, haven't we? Happy New Year. Yeah, I already said that in the last one. Then why is this thing scrolling across the screen? So, week 18, was it? I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, last week of the regular season. That was a wild week, I have to say.
Yeah.
Some surprises.
Major surprises when you look at the scores.
Yeah, I can't believe Kansas City lost.
They didn't just lose, they got destroyed.
Yeah. I don't know whether that was... I've seen some things that say it was intentional.
You can say what you want, but it's got to have been something like that, because even if they say, it's because the backups were in... The whole Eagles team was backups.
Mm-hmm.
The Giants played their starters and they still put 13 points up.
Yeah, they didn't put a single point up, the Chiefs.
The Broncos got 38, so they just shit the bed on that one.
I think the Broncos played really well.
But I will say the Broncos
put their best foot forward. Yeah, 100%.
They're kind of deserving.
They lost 0-38. Yeah, 100%. Browns, Ravens. Ravens won 35. That was to be expected. Bengals beat the Steelers. Bears beat the Packers.
The one that really surprised me was Panthers beating the Falcons.
Oh, I know. That just shows Bryce Young is actually a QB that should be in the NFL.
Yeah, I don't think that's really been the question. It's been more a case of, we've slated them a little bit, but I think when you really look at the whole season, they put Andy Dalton in and he started doing well, and they made some changes to their whole O-line and stuff. And since that, Bryce Young's actually been playing better.
Yeah, since they've made these significant changes and tweaked it, he's a whole different QB to what he was at the beginning of the season. Personally, I'd like to see him play like that more consistently through the season, but we'll see next season, I suppose. Let's just have a look quickly at the game stats. Let's not dive too much into game stats and stuff like we usually do. His passing yards was 270, rushing yards 155. So he can sling the ball. He can do really well.
Yeah, I think he done well. And they had Penix Jr., I believe, in for Falcons.
Yes.
Yeah, Michael Penix Jr. was in.
Yeah,
I don't think he's done too bad.
No. Kirk Cousins, I believe, is now benched.
Yeah, he's benched. There's been loads of talk about everyone saying, all the rumours were that he was going to be let go from the Falcons.
Right. Yeah,
There's now apparently some rumours that he might just be backup.
Yeah, I have heard that as well. This is, as always, just rumours, and they're not playing again now till next season, so we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're going to know until after the draft.
No, 100%. And the Titans got the first pick.
Yeah, that was, I did make a note of that. So it was lost to the Texans and a Patriots win over the Bills gave the Titans the first pick.
Yeah. And how have the Titans fared this season? I don't really remember. 3-14. So
I was going to say, not great.
Not great at all, really, are they?
No, they've had a bad season, really.
100%. I
think Levis, he's had a lot of the blame. I think he might have been in another Bryce Young situation. Just a horrible O-line, can't protect, and just getting sacked too much.
Yeah, and hopefully they can draft some decent players offensively and defensively.
Because I mean, if you look at the Titans, the Panthers, compare them to, say, the Ravens and the Eagles, who've both got good O-lines, and you look at what Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley have been able to do because of those good O-lines, and it's just insane. So if you get a good O-line, you can do stuff, and you can actually... I mean, you look at quite a few of the plays for Lamar and how much time he has stood in the pocket just scanning who's actually available.
Yeah, I've seen a few like that. Caleb Williams for the Bears, he had a few opportunities where he could just look around, where the Packers, our defense had dropped off a bit. It wasn't every drive. It wasn't every play. They weren't playing 100% all the time. But there was a couple of instances where he was just sort of stood back there and then he was trying to run it out and stuff like that. Same with Malik Willis. after Jordan Love got taken out with his bow injury when he elbowed one of the guys in the back of the head by accident.
Is that what happened?
Yeah,
I missed the play.
He got a bit too close. I believe it was the centre. He got a bit too close, or the centre was coming back, and he threw, and he sort of hopped. And as he went to throw, he's elbowed the top of the guy's helmet. Yeah. That Packers game was an intense, sweaty game. I'll be back in a sec. 1 sec. I lost my train of thought because I had to jump off quick and come back. I have seen a lot of things saying that the Chiefs threw their last game so that the Bengals wouldn't get in to the Super Bowl because they see them as a real threat. I've seen loads of these different head coach things where on Facebook mostly Bengals head coaches putting an official complaint in. I've seen one, Matt LaFleur's putting an official complaint in because they lost against the Bears. Facebook is so toxic. It's so annoying. I hate going on Facebook.
Yeah, I'm glad I got off it, to be honest.
Yeah. So the wild card situation is looking kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So you got Chargers Texans for the first game, Steelers Ravens, Broncos Bills, Eagles Packers, Commanders Buccaneers, Vikings Rams.
Yeah, with KC and Lions on bye week.
Yeah, they're both on bye week, so they don't have to play. I mean, I was asked the other day who I thought was going to win in all of these games, who would be my picks. I kind of went Texans, Bills, Eagles, and Buccaneers. I wasn't sure on Steelers and Ravens.
Yeah, I mean, that one could go either way.
Yeah, they're both.
I've got a feeling Ravens are going to come out on that one, though.
Yeah, definitely. I think I would agree with that. Ravens would probably come out on top on that one. And then it's, who does that leave? Texans, Bills, Ravens, Eagles, Bucks.
Yeah, I think the Vikings might just be able to close out the Rams.
Yeah.
And end their stride.
Yeah, I think so too. It's mad that the Broncos have made it in. This is the first time in, mate, I can't even remember how long.
Quite a long time.
Broncos last. What on earth? Last playoff appearance was in 2024.
Yeah, but I think they went straight out, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. They missed the playoffs in 2023, made the playoffs in 2024. They've been in the playoffs a total of 23 times in their 65 seasons. What years did Broncos make the Super Bowl? 77, 86, 87, 89, 97, 98, 2013 and 2015.
Yeah, they've had quite a run of going to the Super Bowl. I don't know if they've won.
No, I don't know. But yeah. So the playoffs are going to be any man's game. I see the Chiefs are probably, I would say Chiefs and Lions are going to win their playoff games, I reckon. And they'll end up being Chiefs and Lions. Or another one I've seen floating around online, a rematch between the Eagles and the Chiefs.
I've seen that one
at the Super Bowl.
I did see that.
I obviously am a Green Bay Packer fan, and I'm going to be gutted if they don't go through to the playoffs and make it further. But in all honesty, we've lost Christian Watson with a torn ACL. Alexander's out now. That came out last week, I believe. Jordan Love is a great QB, but this season's been a little bit ropey. I don't think we will start Malik Willis. I don't know. It's hard to say who I think, because obviously I want Green Bay to win, but in all honesty, I don't think we will.
Yeah, but it's looking like we're going to get Love back for the Packers game.
Oh, yeah.
But even if we don't, we've still got Kenny Pickett and Tanner McKee, who over the last few games have put together some incredible drives and some good plays.
Oh, you're going to get Jalen Hurts back?
It's looking like it. It's not guaranteed. He's apparently, as of yesterday, was still in concussion protocol. So
that's the last thing I've seen about Jalen Hurts. You don't know, do you? He could.
No.
He could come back. I think it's more of a wait and see sort of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is at the moment. What I will find interesting is who goes through and plays the Lions.
Yes.
Because I have a feeling whoever plays the Lions, and unless it's Minnesota, maybe Philly, I think we'll just get run over by them.
Yeah, the Lions are absolute animals.
Yeah. I don't think there's many teams that can stand up to them.
I think they've just steamrolled everybody so far this season.
But, I mean, it's saying that even Vikings, I believe, just looking at their thing, they've lost to them twice this year.
Have they?
Both
yes,
times.
They have. I don't know why I said have they. Yes, they have.
So, yeah, there's not much. There's not much of a chance of the Lions being beaten, at least in the first round.
No, definitely not. No, I
agree. Casey, I think, is going to be questionable.
What is going on? My OneDrive is now telling me that this is not available. Come off it. Go to OneDrive. My document. No, my OneDrive has erased something that is for now. Everything has just gone off my OneDrive. Oh, why does this happen? Week 18. Caleb Williams is the first QB to start every game since 1998. Who would have thunk it?
That's a random one. I wouldn't have expected it to be Caleb Williams.
No, he's the first QB to start for the Bears since 1988. 1999, sorry, 1999. So that's a good few years.
Yeah, the Bears haven't had much luck.
No. This must be, right, the reason that there is such a... Like, you look at the history of the Bears not being the best team in the world. Do you know what I mean? It's got to be a factor to it that they can't keep hold of a QB for long. Injuries and stuff like that.
I think it doesn't help when, a bit like the Browns, they end up with the wrong QBs and paying the wrong QBs. I mean, the Browns paid Deshaun Watson $240 million.
Yeah, something like that.
And he's been benched 2 or 3 times this year.
Where are we?
And I think, is it the Bears or the Browns have had like 40 QBs since like 99?
It's really hard to do it off my phone. I did have it, and for some reason, I can't see it.
I'm sure it's either the Bears or the Browns have started like 40 different QBs since like 98 or 99 or something.
Yeah, it's the Bears. I'm pretty sure it was the Bears. Oh, no, wait, hang on. It was the Browns, because I had another one here. It's really, my phone makes it really small. Billy Zapp made his debut as a starting QB for the Browns in the Browns versus Ravens game, making him the 4th QB this season and the 40th since 1991.
91.
Yeah, and the Browns could be interested in Kirk Cousins if he's released.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, they can't do worse than Deshaun Watson, let's be honest.
No, definitely not.
And I think that would be another, possibly like Russell Wilson situation where Falcons would put up his year's salary and they would take on the rest after that season, possibly.
Yeah, maybe. Kirk Cousins he could turn the Browns around, though. He's not a terrible quarterback.
No, it's just not the right situation for him. I mean, you look at Wilson, wasn't in a good place in Denver, has come to Steelers, and they're in the playoffs with, 10 score season or something?
Something like that, yeah. I'm pretty sure. Oh, I can't. That's mad, isn't it? So, did you see that JJ McCarthy has come off of IR now?
Yes.
I don't think they've got, I think it was 14 days to activate him onto the active roster before he has to go back on IR.
Yeah, but I've also heard that they might be shopping around to see who would be interested in him.
Yep, I've seen that as well. Why would you want to get rid of Sam Darnold?
The trouble is, you don't want to end up in another Broncos Russell Wilson situation where you pay him a massive amount of money to come back and doesn't produce.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, maybe get rid of JJ McCarthy and keep Sam Darnold. He's done really well.
But that's what I'm saying is it's Sam Darnold, because if they bring him back, it's gonna have to be a decent amount of money.
Yeah.
So you don't want to pay him a decent amount of money but then he ends up not producing like he did the season before.
Yeah. They're never going to know that unless they do it, though, are they?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, they've got to make that choice for what they want to do, whether they want to take that chance or not.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not. Yeah.
I mean, I think Darnold's had great success in Minnesota. I mean, the results speak for themselves, but
Yeah.
until next season rolls around, you're not really going to be able to know what's going to happen.
No, you're not. We have to see how he does in the playoffs.
But have you seen?
I've just got one on X right now, 5 minutes ago. David Montgomery for the Lions will return for divisional round.
I've just seen that. That's what I was just about to say. And I've just seen the thing that he's going to come back.
Yeah, I've got X open on my laptop. Blimey. Yeah, so which one's he, Sonic or Knuckles?
I forget which one's which.
No, I
It's
don't
him
know.
and Jameer Gibbs.
Yeah.
But Montgomery's the one that went viral after absolutely putting a defender on his ass that was trying to tackle him.
Yeah,
and
I remember
he just stopped and the defender just went off on the floor and then he carried on.
In all honesty, do the Lions really need him? Because he's been out, like, not saying get rid of him, but their whole offense and defense is a threat no matter what.
Yeah, but then depending on who they end up against, the Vikings, the Eagles have both been defensive studs. I mean, the Eagles apparently finished up number one on defense for the season.
Yeah, I did hear that.
So, you know, if they end up against the Eagles and we have all our starters in and all healthy, they're going to have to look for something, aren't they? You know.
Yeah, I've been all over X and stuff this week, just trying to keep on top of it. So, yeah. So the draft order's changed from what I had. As of the 4th, it was Patriots-Titans, and now it's Titans-Patriots, I believe. But we've spoken about the draft. I mean, the draft is what the draft is. We're never going to know who's going to pick who.
Well, the thing about the draft is, if you've got the number one spot and you're not necessarily after a QB, a lot of the times they'll trade it away, get extra picks, and move down a couple of spots.
Yeah, I mean, there's a fair few decent people coming in now. You got all the ones from Colorado. You got from Boise State, Ashton Genty.
Yeah. See, now Ashton Genty, I've seen on a couple of mock drafts. All over the web. A couple of people think he'll fall to nearly the second round.
Really?
Yeah, they listed a couple of other running backs above him.
Okay.
I haven't seen any running backs anywhere near his level that have declared for the draft.
I've not.
The only one I can think of kind of close is that Cam Scatterboo, but I don't know. Is he declared?
I don't know if he's declared. I couldn't. I've not really, sorry, I'm trying to find how to stop my phone going to sleep because it just keeps going to sleep. But no matter what I type in, it doesn't bring it up. I'm like, type in sleep and it's giving me sleeping routines. I just don't want it to lock.
Should be in your power settings.
Yeah, it's not. Battery. Power saving. Show battery percentage.
What my laptop has, because I was just looking at that, is if I go to preferences, power, mine has a thing while inactive and on battery.
I actually don't know how to change my thing. Screen timeout. Jeebus. That was hardcore. Yeah, so I'm not sure if Cam Scatterbow even has declared at all.
Yeah, I don't.
I've not been amazing keeping up with the college football recently.
Kept an eye on the scores and the kind of playoffs, but the trouble is their playoffs are still on, their college playoffs. So I don't think everybody's going to declare for the draft yet because they've still got games to play. I know a few Michigan players have declared.
I'm not even sure.
Yeah, apart from that, I'm not 100% sure.
No.
Apart from the big names.
Yeah. The boys from Colorado, Shadors. Sanders rather, and then Travis Hunter. But I don't know. Yeah, so
I definitely think the draft would be interesting.
Yeah, I wanted to see the MVP race. Number 1, Lamar Jackson. Number 2, Josh Allen. Number 3, Jared Goff. Number 4, Patrick Mahomes. Number 5, Saquon Barkley.
I've seen that. Pat Mahomes shouldn't even be in the conversation.
No, so you look at their passing yards. Lamar Jackson, 2,876. Josh Allen,
Joe
2,500. Yeah. Josh Allen, 2,543. Jared Goff, 2,492. Patrick Mahomes, 2,404. And then, obviously, Saquon Barkley doesn't get passer yards. But he got 1,137 rushing yards, 8 touchdowns, 210 receiving yards.
That's all wrong stats. Those stats are wrong.
He was nearly 2,000 yards.
He hit 2,000 yards.
I didn't think he hit anymore.
No, so what they stopped him doing was going for the all-time rushing record.
Right, okay.
It was 101 yards from the all-time rushing record, which he could have easily got against the Giants, but it wasn't worth risking him getting an injury.
Yeah. So that's what I was saying. I don't understand why Patrick Mahomes would be on there.
Yeah. So I know that's wrong because Joe Burrows led the league in the regular season with pass yards, and he's had like 4,000.
Yeah,
4,000.
That must have been earlier on in the season. What I found was just earlier on in the season. I just wanted to see the MVP race as it's.
Yeah. I remember seeing that one. But yeah, Pat Mahomes shouldn't be in that conversation. That team has not done well. Yeah.
I thought he had Joe Burrow on here.
Yeah, so I'm looking at it now. He's finished with 4,918 yards.
Ooh, that's a whole lot of yards. Yeah, I seen that earlier. I did see that.
Jared Goff's the next closest with 4,629. So he's a clear nearly 300 above anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Which is more than a game.
Yeah. But while we are talking about QBs, where is it? Lamar Jackson. Where are you? Christ, man. I don't understand why this has happened, that I'm working from my phone now. It's so hard to do. Like, my screen is tiny. It's not, but you know what I mean. Lamar Jackson hit his 40th touchdown of the season against the Browns. Yeah, I think he actually ended up with like 42.
41, I'm looking at it now.
Is it 41? He is now the first quarterback in NFL history to throw the ball for 4,000 plus yards and rush for 800 plus yards in a single season. Joe Burrow is only 11th in NFL history to hit 40 in a season, having 42. Baker Mayfield 39 and Jared Goff 36. That was this season's stats when I looked on Saturday or Sunday. I genuinely thought Aaron Rodgers was going to be like single digits, but it wasn't. Aaron Rodgers got 24. He got 24. Dak Prescott got 11. Gardner Minshew got 9.
Yeah, Gardner Minshew got more interceptions than he got touchdowns. Where the fuck even is he?
He's really low down. Really, really low down.
I can't even find him on this list.
They're showing on X now the 2025 Bengals roster.
Apparently, all teams have actually released the opponents home and away. They just haven't released
the dates and stuff.
The dates, yeah.
Yeah.
Some teams apparently are already starting to talk about players they're bringing back and stuff as well because their season's finished.
Yeah, I don't blame them. Bengals have got Ravens, Steelers, Browns, Jags, Lions, Patriots, Cardinals, Bears, Jets, home. And then away they've got Ravens, Steelers, Browns, Bills, Broncos, Packers, Vikings, Dolphins. Wait, did you see the thing about Tyreek Hill? Maybe looking to go somewhere else.
He wants to. He wants to leave.
I wasn't sure if it was 100%. If
Tyreek said it flat out.
Yeah, I found 2 different ones. He flat out said he wanted to go elsewhere, and then scrolling further down, he's doubled down on it. He's changed his profile picture on all his social media. He's wearing a Dolphins uniform and stuff. It's like, what? I don't get it.
So I seen the video, and he said, he said that the door's open. I'm already out.
Yeah, I seen He'd like to go to Green Bay. I'm pretty sure that's a load of horse shit, but
Well, whether he wants to or not, I don't know whether they'll want him.
I don't know.
With the players you've got,
we could do with some more receivers, I think, as they are in and out with injuries, and we've got a couple of free agents that.
Yeah, I think you could use depth receivers for the injuries and what have you. But I think he's going to have a hard job getting wide receiver one.
Oh yeah. I think he's going to have a hard job anywhere he goes trying to get wide receiver one.
Well, what I was going to say is I think he might struggle to get wide receiver two. He might have to settle for wide receiver 3 or even bench spot.
Yeah. Number 5, Jameson Williams, 20.78 mile an hour for the Lions. Donia Mitchell, 20.93 miles an hour. The Colts. Tyrell Shavers, 20.95 miles an hour for the Bills. Malik Neighbors, 21.01 for the Giants. Lamar Jackson, 21.25 mile an hour for the Ravens. Can you imagine being a wide receiver and a QB can hit that top speed and you can't?
Run past you.
Yeah. Bye, Felicia.
The funniest thing about it, I think, is you look at all these wide receivers, they're all slim, they're all speed. Lamar Jackson's a bit of a beast.
Yeah, exactly.
You look at the size of him, and he's bigger than most of these wide receivers, and he can fucking outrun them.
Yeah, exactly. He's a different animal.
Yeah.
I'm just scrolling X while we're talking as well, just making sure I don't miss anything. Eye on the Hawks. No.
I've just found so I made notes of it, and I've just found it. Tyreek, what he actually said was, I'm opening the door, I'm out, bro. It was great playing here, but at the end of the day, I got to do what's best for my career. I'm too much of a competitor to just be out here.
Yeah, I get that he's a competitive person. Make yourself
available. I do. But that's the thing. If you're not actually open to be receiving the ball, nobody's going to lob it your way. It's too dangerous.
Yes, exactly. If he is as fast as he is as good of a player as he is, everybody's just going to double cover him.
Yeah.
It makes that a little bit harder for him, doesn't it? He can't get open as often because he's being double covered and whatever.
Yeah, I just think he's going to struggle with where he lands unless he goes with somebody maybe like the Browns, somebody like the Patriots, somebody who's desperate for a wide receiver one. That's where he's going to get a wide receiver one job, is these teams that have really struggled in receivers.
Yeah. So, draft order is done.
One thing I did have to bring up is how many coaches and coordinators have been fired this season.
I actually couldn't tell you, but
I've not been able to keep track of it. There's so many people.
It's absolutely bonkers at the moment. Let's have a look. So you have got Jacksonville Jaguars have fired Doug Peterson.
Yep.
Who else was there?
So I've found a thing. 25 NFL head coach and general manager change tracker. So Chicago Bears have fired head coach.
Seahawks fired.
Jaguars fired head coach. Yeah. Patriots fired head coach. Saints fired head coach. Jets fired head coach. And Titans fired general manager. Jesus Christ.
That's mad, isn't it? It is.
It's also fired their GM.
Yes, they did.
I don't think there's anybody else. I mean, that's mad.
There's a whole shake-up. I've seen. What did you send me? Robert Saleh?
5 different teams.
Was it about Robert Saleh? Interview requests for the Jags. Keelan Moore, Todd Monken, Joe Brady, Liam Cohen, Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn, Patrick Graham, Robert Saleh.
Kellen Moore.
For the Jags. Kellen Moore.
Yeah, he's our offensive coordinator.
Why would anyone want to go to the Jags?
It's a head coach job. If you can turn them around.
Yeah. Blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah.
But at the same time, you've got to be confident you can turn them around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
honestly, if it was me, I wouldn't want it.
Good job, ain't you, mate?
Well, I mean, if you look at all the trouble the Jags have had the last few years, you've got to be really confident because they've just re-signed Lawrence for what was it, $255 million?
Yeah, I think he's the highest paid QB.
He was before Dak got his contract.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Dak got a massive contract and then was out.
Yeah. So you've got to be real confident. Speaking of contracts and shit, the Giants are apparently happy with their head coach.
Are they?
Apparently so. There was a thing on it. They put up a statement saying that they are happy with their current head coach and GM, I believe.
No, I didn't see that.
They're confident in his abilities, which is ironic because I believe, where was it? They ended up 3-14. They haven't taken a division title in the NFC East since, I believe, 2011.
Oh, man. Just as we were just talking about head coaches, Jets completed an interview with Rex Ryan for their head coach position. That was 58 minutes ago.
Okay.
Yeah, that's from the New York Jets Twitter page.
I've just had a thing come up from someone. 33rd team. They've put up their 2024 second team all rookie offense. They put Bo Nix as QB.
Yeah, I've seen that. I see that not from 33 and a third. It was someone else, I think.
I think rookie QBs, Jaden Daniels and Bo Nix, run away with it.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels has been a little bit.
Yeah,
I've said this all through season. Bo Nix has done really well.
He's really started coming into his own, I think, over the last few weeks.
Oh, yeah, 100%. And if I could bring up anything that is not on my phone. Yeah, so I agree. What is my laptop installing?
If you were going rookie offense, it's got to be between, for me, Bo Nix, Jaden Daniels, and Brock Bowers.
Yeah, I agree. I concur, my friend. I concur. Yeah, this season feels like it's been really hard to keep track on anyone with injuries and stuff like that.
Well, especially with rookies, they seem to have come and gone. They've been a bit hit and miss.
Yeah, remember the Welsh guy who come over or went over to play in the NFL? He played for the Chiefs. I think he's Jags now.
He's on Jags practice squad, I believe.
Yeah. And once he hit practice squad, it was kind of no one speaks about him or anything like that. Even over here, you don't hear
sort of fades into the background.
Yeah, but I don't keep track of defensive players that tight. Like I don't try and keep as much of an eye on it, or more so the team.
I don't tend to. I will say I know some of the big name defense NFL players, like the regular season guys, that have been, I would say, quite good. I mean, some of the names that spring to mind, you've got TJ Watt, just an outstanding defensive player, Myles Garrett. Ironically, Dexter Lawrence from the Giants. He's a mad defensive guy.
Did he not just get released?
He went on IR.
Oh, yes, he did.
Like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. It's so hard. Ezekiel Elliott going to the Chargers?
Yeah, that's a big rumor. It hasn't been confirmed. I wouldn't be surprised.
No.
They could do with a good depth running back.
Yeah, 100%.
And we said it before, he's on the Cowboys. He's not, I wouldn't say he's a starter anymore, but he's still a good running back.
Yeah. So we've just flicked around everything because I'm looking for all the stuff on my phone because I've got it on my phone, but it's actually on my laptop and it was all organized. I knew where we were going and how we were doing this, but the 2024 Havoc play leaders, Andrew Van Ginkel, TJ Watt, Trey Henderson, Brian Burns, Alontae Taylor, Brian Branch, Cameron Hayward, Max Crosby. Yeah, Max Crosby's 8.
An animal.
Yeah, so you got TJ Watt in 2nd, Max Crosby in 6th. This is plays with a sack, a TFL, FF, interception, or PBU. I don't know what PBU stands for.
Pass broken up.
I was going to say playing bums under or something stupid like that.
No. TFL's tackle for loss. PBU's pass broken up. What was the others?
So I do know most of them. TFL, tackle for loss. FF,
Forced fumble.
Interception was INT or PBU. Pass break.
Yeah.
It was just PBU. It didn't click into my head. Mate, see? You guys watching this are learning shit and I'm learning shit. And I've been watching the NFL since like 2012 or something stupid. When Ty was a baby, I used to get up in the night and feed him, and I put stuff on the TV, and then I started watching NFL. I had Sky Sports back then. Long time ago, Sonny.
Yeah, but I think because I've learned a lot about the defense more so the last couple of years because I've Blankenship on the Eagles. I think he's been outstanding, and of course he's a safety, so I've been learning a bit more about the defense.
Yeah.
Also because we can't just be an offense only podcast, so you kind of got to learn a bit about defense and what have you. So
yeah, definitely.
I will say Kevin Byard put a bit of a stack on Malik Willis.
Yes, he looked like he fucking took his head off, mate. That was a serious stuff. I seen him coming as well. I'm like, I was in the kitchen and I was watching it on my tablet, and I was like, move, because I seen him coming round, and I was like,
I saw the highlights, and he was just completely unblocked and just got too much speed.
Yeah, the tight end, he pushed and then just went. He didn't keep him covered. No one was covering him on the right side. That was a game. I was sweating like fuck. And when they went for the final field goal, I was like, we are not going to block this a second time in a season from the same team. It was just not happening. Matt LaFleur called a timeout just before that final drive, and it fucked it up. It was shaky, snaky.
The Bears put up a good game. You can't.
They did play fucking.
You can't say much about it.
Offensively, they didn't get too much going for too long, but defensively, Packers couldn't either because their defense was on their game Saturday.
I'm just trying. I wasn't too worried about the Eagles game because it was all backups. Defense, I think 4 starters play in a bit of a rotation thing. The only offensive starter I saw on the field was Dallas Goedert, our tight end, purely because he's only just come off of IR. He's been off for 4 weeks.
The only person we took out was Josh Jacobs. He did play the first quarter, and then we were switching between all different people doing running back.
Yeah.
It's been that long since anyone else has done running back. I don't remember their names. It's terrible.
But I'm just looking. So against the Giants, our backup QB, Tanner McKee, put up 269 yards with 2 touchdowns.
That's really good.
27 of 41. All I was going to say is maybe we talk a little bit about any crazy stories you've seen from the season, because, I mean, the regular season's over now, isn't it?
We'll save all them. We'll save these stories. Don't use them now. We'll save them for our podcast after the season's finished. Otherwise, we'll have nothing to talk about. Once the season's over, we're going to be...
Well, I mean, one that really threw me out was the Robert Saleh firing.
I didn't see that coming until it came.
Yeah.
While we're talking about that, did you see that Aaron Rodgers was supposedly retiring? I've just remembered this. Supposedly retiring, and then in a post-game interview, someone said that one of the reporters asked him that it'd come from a source, and I can't even remember who the source is now. It's on our Instagram if you want to go and check out the actual clip. That there's a source close to Aaron Rodgers saying that he's going to retire at the end of this season, and Aaron Rodgers' reply was basically no.
Was that the one where Yeah, that was the one that says that where he said it's not actually a source that's close to me or something.
Yeah, they kind of see me in a few months because I'm not retiring, pretty much.
Yeah, I don't know what he's going to do because I can't see the Jets wanting him as their starter the way he's played this season.
No, I don't think the Jets know what they're going to do with him. I mean, they're still trying to get a head coach.
Yeah, and
so
was it them that fired the GM as well?
So many people got fired and hired and hired and fired. I don't know anymore.
Yeah, it's hard to keep track, but I'm sure it was them that fired two. Can't remember. But yeah, I know they need new head coach. I think they've really got to look at their team because obviously Rodgers may or may not play, but also I'm pretty sure Devontae Adams' contract is up and he's now a free agent.
I believe he is free agent now.
And I think a couple of others that came over during this season are now free agents. And I don't think they're going to have the capital to bring everybody back.
Where are the Jets sitting in the draft?
Also, would you really want them to come back?
No, they have not performed. So there is they need to do something. And it is looking, the Jets are 7th pick.
Yeah, I just got to them. So
what have I going back? Yeah, they're 7th pick. Maybe see if they can trade up.
But the thing is also, I don't know how many picks they're going to have or anything to be able to trade with.
No,
because according to the NFL reporters draft order, their biggest needs are QB, defensive tackle, offensive tackle, safety, and cornerback.
Yeah, so looking at the draft now, they are 7th pick in the first round. They are then 42nd pick for the third round. They then have a third round pick that I think they are 73rd that they are swapping with Vegas. Oh no, they gave to Vegas. And then 96 that they got off the Lions.
Yeah.
Niners forfeited a 5th round pick. Falcons forfeited a 5th round pick. Yeah, so what do they do? Do they go QB or do they try and build a bit more of a base around Aaron Rodgers? But I think they tried to do that last season and it didn't really work for them.
Well, I think if they go QB, they've got to trade up. Being at 7, I don't think there's going to be a real good QB to help them now. So I think they either trade up for a good QB or stay where they are or trade back to load up on future QB.
Yeah. I mean, they could stay where they are. I would personally say maybe give Aaron Rodgers another season.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, build for a future QB. So draft one of the slightly lower QBs, train them up for a year. Give Aaron Rodgers another year and sort of see what happens. But don't trade away too much so that you can get a better offensive line, maybe.
Yes. We can only see what happens in the draft and next
season.
I think it's going to be an exciting time. The draft is going to be exciting. The Super Bowl's still to come.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest ones that need an O-line is Browns and Bears. It's definitely. And Caleb Williams been sacked like 60 odd times.
See, that was on my good list.
Let's have a look.
Yeah, I think it was 62 times he has been sacked. 62. It's really
list of who we wrote down at the start of the season for playoffs. That's how it ended up. I just thought about
that. AFC is Kansas City, Ravens, Texans, Bengals, Bills, and Jags. NFC is Packers, Eagles, Bears, Lions, Niners, Vikings, Cowboys. So we didn't get too many wrong.
Who did we get for NFC? It was Lions.
Packers, Eagles, Bears, Lions, Niners, Vikings, Cowboys. Niners didn't get in.
Niners, no. Cowboys didn't.
Yeah. So
who was the other one?
Bears. 4 right, 3 wrong.
That's not too bad considering we done at the start of the season based off of how spring training, so to speak, went. It wasn't nobody had played a game against each other really. It was
just training camp.
Yeah, training camp and stats, so to speak.
AFC was Kansas City, Ravens, Texans, Bengals, Bills, Jags. Jags didn't get in. Bengals didn't.
No.
Bills,
Texans, Ravens, Bills and Chiefs did.
Yeah, so 2 wrong on the air.
That's not too bad, considering neither of us are stats people or anything, so to speak.
No,
It's
we just talk about stuff that we like to talk about.
it's
And
not
look at
about
things. No, not at all. Right, I have nothing left. Do you have anything left before we end this? Because we are 2 minutes from 1 hour, and we're trying to stay below 1 hour.
We'll be below hour by the time you've taken everything out.
Yeah, hopefully.
With the power of editing. But one thing I did want to say is I don't think Kansas has a good backup QB.
No, not at all.
Carson Wentz ethically failed, didn't he?
Yeah, Carson Wentz was an Eagles QB, though.
Yeah, and we got rid of them for Nick Foles.
Yes, you did. You're right. That would be...
There was a reason we got rid of him.
I need to change my screen time out on my phone, otherwise I'll forget, and then I'll be like, why is it not turning off anymore?
So I think if Patty Mahomes goes down in the playoffs, they're in trouble.
Yeah, I believe so. Unless they did intentionally throw the game. I mean, we don't know.
No,
This is
we
nothing
don't.
we think. This is just stuff I've
It's
seen.
based off of what's going around on the internet.
Yeah, 100%. And like a lot of the stuff that we talk about is our take on stuff we've seen online. I've never seen the Chiefs have a game where they get 0.
No.
A lot of people are saying, they had all their backups in, blah, blah. Their backups ain't that bad. Where
It shouldn't
they
be
can't
that bad.
score a single point. They shouldn't be a backup if they're not scoring any points whatsoever. That doesn't make sense.
No.
They should be practice
It's really
squad
interesting.
or whatever if they're not able to score a single point like that.
I think it's going to be an interesting couple of games over the next couple of weeks. The playoffs going to be wild.
Yeah, definitely.
What I did notice, Packers-Eagles game is, I think, like 9 o'clock our time.
Yeah, I'll be watching it. Don't you worry about that.
So it's going to be a late one.
Throw a cheese wheel at the Eagles as they fly out of the stadium with their feathers between their beaks.
I think the Packers are going to be rolling their way back home.
Yeah, we'll see.
Riding their team's wheels home.
Right, that's all from me. And
done.
We shall be back next week with more playoff talk and hopefully you crying into your Saquon Barkley jersey because he didn't manage to get any rushing yards. Well, apart from negative rushing yards where we pushed him all the way back. Wait, did you see the Chiefs fumble, catch, touchdown, fucking
the Broncos
the
one?
Broncos, yeah. I was thinking Chiefs.
That was
Broncos
amazing.
game.
I forgot about that one. That was almost intercepted by 2 Chiefs.
Bonkers.
And then it was tipped at the line and the Broncos recovered it. That was wild.
I seen that clip. I had to watch it like 3 times. I was like, what in the actual fucking hell is that?
We're going to have to find that one and put that one up.
It is on Instagram. I've done that. It is on Instagram.
That was wild.
That was absolutely bonkers. And if I won't upload this tonight, it might come up Wednesday or Thursday, depending on signal. I'll edit it, send it to my phone so I can add our original TikTok to this video so people watching it can see this. That was fucking brilliant. Right, that is it from me. I am done.